Welcome everybody to YouTube Celebrity Gossip News with me and Tommy. How's it going, Tommy?
It's going fantastic, Chris.
Great, let's get this rolling and here we go. Everybody, we got some YouTube celebrity gossip news, things that are going on. So what is going on with some YouTube news this week, Tommy? What do you have for us?
There's a lot of things that came out of VidCon. I will start with the more lighter side, the happier stuff, before I go to the darker stuff that happened at VidCon. So the lighter stuff is YouTube announced that they are now making it easier for anybody to get into VR videoing by a thing called 180. Basically what that is instead of a full 360 degree video, it'll be literally half of that. And there'll be cameras by LG and several other companies that will come out at the cost, well, basically less than a point-and-shoot camera, which is about $700 to $500. So this will cost only a couple $100, and that's scheduled to come out this winter. So basically what this will do is it will allow people who do not have the money to buy these expensive 360 rigs, it'll give them an opportunity to get into the VR world. People who couldn't get into it before will now have the opportunity with the 180. It'll give them an opportunity to get into the virtual world. Don't know exactly what it'll look like because this was just an announcement. There's no actual footage of what these cameras will look like, but they will be awesome. And I think this is a really great idea because a lot of people out there want to get into VR videos, just don't have the money to get into it. So that's so that is the lighter side of what happened at VidCon.
Well, my thoughts are, Tommy, that, VR is good. They seem to impress us every year, every couple months with coming out with something new for VR. I mean, I want to get to VR to where I put on a couple goggles and I want to act like I'm, fighting against a heavyweight champion of the world, or do something fun, or act like, I wanted it to come really close to reality, in the virtual world, to where if I'm having a wrestling match, there you go, They seem to do really good with VR, so that's a good thing that they did at VidCon. Moving on, what other story do you have, Tommy?
Okay, the other thing that came out of VidCon is more on a darker note. We'll start off by saying that there's this fight between some random person. There's no articles out there that say it's this person's name. There's video footage. There's lots of video footage out there from different angles of the security tackling this unknown person, drag him into just the outside of the convention center and tackle him to the ground. And apparently this guy also attacked security guards. But that's not that part of the story is really getting no coverage because we don't know who the guy's name is and no one seems to be focused on it. The thing that garnered a lot of attention that was a part of this was this Canadian guy who his name is Christian Brown, I think his name is, and he's going under that he's an Instagram model, which he doesn't have that many followers. I don't exactly have the exact number, but I do know that it's not that many. And he basically was just acting really snobbish and really rude to the guards and saying, "Hey, I'm better than you. I'm more famous. I make more money." And literally just being so cocky in front of the security. And the security guy who has the Instagram handle of DJ something, we'll have that down link below so you can check out his Instagram. But he was very calm about it, said, "Oh, for what, you think you're better than me?" And kind of laughed off and just brushed it off, just ignored the guy. The guy just kept on getting madder and madder and kept on saying that again. And apparently he did it again the next day as well. And because of this, everyone was like going to this guy's, security guy's Instagram, and it really is blown up over like 70,000 followers now.
Right, so here's the thing, Tommy. Here's the thing about fights, okay? All right, how many VidCons have we been to? All of them. But this one, we didn't go to just because, if everybody doesn't know, that we're going to Comic-Con in less than a couple weeks, and so we just needed a break from VidCon just to do something else and to, you know, handle some other media attention as well. And so basically that's why we didn't go, if anybody wants to know. So anyways, the VidCons that we have also been to, you know, there's been a lot of fights. There's been a lot of fights that have not been caught on camera. There's been arguments. Somebody else is messing with somebody else's girlfriend. A big YouTube name is messing with somebody else, you know, or mistreating somebody else, or, being bullyish, you know, bullying. So basically, what I'm saying is that, you know, this fight wasn't nothing, and this guy, you know, he antagonized it, meaning that he started this with the guards, and people wonder why, you know, this was, you know, so wrong to do to a big YouTube name. I don't care who you are. You talk to security guards the way that you do, it sucks and it's wrong, and you're going to get what you deserve out there, even if it's, you know, down on the ground in handcuffs. You know, you do not disrespect a security guard like that is sitting there doing their jobs. They happen not just at VidCons, but other events around the world. There's concerts, there's gatherings, there's this, there's that. You know, there's Comic-Cons, there's where people get in real fights. You know, just, you know, a couple weeks ago we, you know, did a story on Jason David Frank to where some guy was going to walk in and, you know, do harm to Jason David Frank, right, Tommy?
Yeah, correct. So basically, like I said, it turns out that the guy who was not the guy who was getting arrested and everything, but the guy who was talking up in the security guard's face, the one that his Instagram now is blown up, apparently also had a fake pass. His pass was not real. He never even paid for his to be at VidCon, this guy. He just thinks, oh, I'm so popular, so famous, I'm entitled to be here. When he did not pay for anything. His credentials to be there were totally fake.
And one other thing to add on with this, Tommy, is basically I think it was really funny where, you know, a lot of vloggers, you want to call them vloggers, a lot of people at VidCon went back to their rooms right away for ones that didn't have their cameras to share the footage, but to talk about it. Like, I just saw so-and-so get wrestled to the ground and in handcuffs and stuff. What's funny is a lot of these people went back to their rooms that didn't have their cameras, like I said, and wanted to vlog about it so they can upload it really fast and show it happen and get a lot of views for it, which I think is a really big joke too, because you just don't rush back to the room and be like, okay, you know, we're going to vlog about it on the way back, and now we're going to, you know, just talk about it, and hopefully we're going to get a lot of views out of this as well, you know what I'm saying? Moving right along.
It's about PewDiePie's girlfriend. She's an Italian YouTuber. She just launched her second clothing line, as well as some perfumes that will be coming out later this year. It's an Italian company, but all the cloths and everything from her clothing line is Italian. Is all made in Italian.
Right. So that's a great thing. That's an awesome thing. You know, PewDiePie's girlfriend is staying busy. Felix is staying busy with his girlfriend. So Tommy, Johnny Galecki off of The Big Bang Theory, Leonard on the show of The Big Bang Theory. So Johnny has 1,200 acres of ranch, and that's outside of LA. And so basically what happened was his ranch caught fire. So sources say that they don't know how the fire started, but 40% of his ranch is cleaned up, Tommy. And basically, Johnny has been working on the Big Bang Theory, and so he hasn't been able to go home, but he gives his condolences to people out there that have their ranches right beside his, and basically he gives his thoughts about his ranch burning down.
I mean, that's pretty bad for him because he lost a lot of his land there. Also, luckily that no one else's ranches caught a fire nearby, but also that some of the animals on other ranches could have been affected, and just other people nearby could have been affected by breathing any of the smoke in. Yeah, like Chris said earlier, they don't know exactly what the cause is, but at this time of year, California is known for wildfires, so there's a good chance, like Chris said earlier, that it could be a wildfire, but once again, they don't know.
Me and Tommy are going to be at SuperCon coming up in July. We'll give you guys dates. Not only that, we do have a Patreon. Not only that, we have Twitter accounts. So if you want to tweet us, give us a tweet. We'll tweet you back. We'll say hello, how are you? And if you're a YouTube channel out there, we'll give you a shout out or a promotion, a channel promotion. So be sure you leave a YouTube link with us. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe. Links down on the section down below. Anything else, Tommy?
So keep on watching, everybody, because we've got more interesting stuff coming your way.
Absolutely. So one more thing. This has been a Next Level Productions.
The channel takes you to the next level.
All right. Later, everyone.
Bye.